Who can criticize black women? Black men certainly cannot. Who can criticize you and not catch hell?
Welcome back to Masculine Academy. Tonight, a 35-year-old woman calls in claiming she's a fan, but quickly gets offended because Kevin called a previous caller rude. This one turns into an absolute masterclass on why so many sisters end up alone. Stay locked in till the end, it gets savage. Hit like, subscribe, drop a comment, and go support Kevin Samuel's original channel to keep the legacy alive.
Hello?
Hello? How are you?
Hi. Are you B?
I'm B-Ben, yes.
All right. What's up, big head?
There you go with the big hair.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to call you big head. I didn't insult you. You got a nice size cranium on you.
Well, thank you.
I mean, that means you're smart, right?
Not necessarily, but I am a smart woman, though.
Well, then it's a compliment calling you a big head. But tell me why I was rude.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. One, because I don't know, because I'm not in your head. I actually like your show. I just started viewing your show, and I've actually sent out your information and videos to friends and family of mine. So yesterday, when I was watching the show, I was kind of like shocked. I don't want to say, like, to be honest with you, Mr. Samuels, a little disappointed, because I felt like you were being kind of rude to her when you call her a batch, and you're like, other countries, they'll be able to smack women for talking.
Well, first of all, hold on. I need you to make sure when you quote me, you need to make sure you quote it in context. See, a lot of times women just pull stuff out completely out of context. What did I say? I said in a state of nature, when a female tries to dominate a male, what would happen? She even said he'd push back. She knows what would happen. She knew she was out of place. Did you not hear that?
Yes, I heard that she. If two men were talking to one another, right? Two men talking to one another, right? And you got one guy that's here and one guy that's here. And then the smaller guy starts trying to overtalk the larger guy. What do you think would happen in that situation? There's going to come a point in time where it would escalate to something physical. Yes or no? Yes, in nature, yes.
But we're hold on, man. We're human animals. But see, men know this. Men self-edit and moderate ourselves because there is always between men, no matter where we are, a low-level threat of violence. There are lines between all men that you can't cross. Between a president, between a police officer, between a firefighter, between two guys on the street. We know that eventually we take this civilian stuff over here. But see, with women, especially Western women, we have civilized the world so much that you have so many freedoms that you can sit there and overtalk somebody that you cannot whoop their ass. Men cannot do that to men, so women are right or wrong to do that, knowing they cannot deal with the violence that comes if it happened.
So, I think I've heard callers over talk and be rude to you. I have.
Women are right or wrong to overtalk a man, push a man, do things that they know are rude to a man, just because a man's hands are tied behind his back legally. But see, is that right or wrong, ma'am?
I would say it's wrong.
Exactly, and that's my point. If it was a man and he did it, there'd be a problem. But see, women can do that. I was watching a video the other day. The Chipotle thing, right? The two black women, the pregnant white woman with the gun. Did you see that thing?
No.
Okay, there's a video going around where there's a white woman pulls a gun on a black woman and her daughter. But precipitated that was this pregnant white woman standing in front of this sister, and this sister's going off on her. You're out of your mind. You push this 15-year-old girl and da-da-da. And this woman's not saying anything. This woman's pregnant. Then she
Yeah.
got into her sister girl thing and started talking crazy and da 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 da. The guy, her husband, comes over and opens the door for his wife, and then the black woman, turns to the white man who just opened the door. He said, "You don't have to be talking to her this kind of way." He didn't even engage her, and the black woman turned around and said, "You can go ahead and I'll whoop your ass too." That's what the black woman said to a man. Do you think that black woman could have really whooped that white man's ass?
Of course not.
But why would she talk to him that way? Because she knew that there's no threat of violence. And that's my point, ma'am. When women talk to men in such a way, you're trying to punk a man. And that's not cool. We see it happen all the time. So I want to So that's why I say and the point I'm getting to that over here is, that's why I was saying that she knew what she was doing. So it wasn't rude that I told her, "You're being rude, and you're lucky we live in a civilized country, because if we lived in a Muslim country, that wouldn't happen. We lived in some other countries, that wouldn't happen, and you know that."
Yeah, and I'm grateful to be here. But I agree with you on the examples you gave. Mr. Samuels, I totally agree with you.
You don't have to call me Mr. You call me Kevin, it's fine.
Well, that's the way, and anytime in my comments I always write you because you're an older man.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is, I've heard women on your show, and I've heard them be snippy and rude, and they were being rude and snippy. And however you responded back, it was deserved. But I don't want that thing. In the context of listening to her, she just seemed like she talked a lot. She didn't come off to me as trying to be rude to you. I've heard some people where they were like, yes, and I've heard some women, and they were strictly really trying to be rude to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she still kept asking for your advice, still kept asking, even though you were saying like, "Look, you know what? Nobody's gonna take you at this time, ma'am." She still kept coming. So somebody that was trying to be purposely rude to you wouldn't still keep coming for you for help. And so I think that there might have been a miscommunication, misunderstanding.
No, let me. Okay, go back to the phone. Go back to the call when I said, "Would you talk to a white man like this?" I asked her point blank, would you speak to it? She's like, "No." Would you talk to another? Well, and would you talk to another? I forgot exactly what I said. And she said, "Well, to somebody that I had respect for? No, I wouldn't talk to."
No, she said somebody I love, and I think she said she only had male supervisors. She didn't
only
say
had female supervisors. Bottom line is this. Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. I'm very careful with the words I use. I did more than my level best to. That woman was on my phone for 40 minutes and would not stop.
I agree with you.
And look, at 33 years old, if she has that little impulse control, if that's how she walks around through life, no wonder. And if no one is, and apparently no one ever told her, this is a problem.
I agree.
That's why she sat there and said, "These questions are good. No one's ever asked me." So I find it a bit hard to swallow that you're saying I'm being rude when she sat there having her eyes open. How should a man talk to her then? How should a man be direct to a woman? And please tell us, because I'm curious to hear this one.
Well, it's again to like the point I said. I've heard people be snippy with you intentionally, and what you said back is deserved. I'm saying because like I agree with you. She's kind of all over the place and kind of that I can tell that's a personality thing. It's like maybe not take this so personally. I know you're a very masculine man. I love very masculine men.
It's not a matter of taking it personally, ma'am. She's if she were 23, that's one thing. She's 33.
Yeah.
She's 33. And this is a show and it's a business. I had to mute her 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
There is no mute button in the real world. I think a lot of times women, you give each other the benefit of the doubt even when they act wrong. What you have not said is that woman, well, do you think the way she was behaving was appropriate?
I think she was all over the place. I think that was her personality. I'm not saying it's the best personality.
Okay, so I ask again, do you think the way her personality, do you think the way she was behaving was appropriate?
No, she should have read the social context clue, so it was time to get off the phone.
All right, so why didn't you write that in the chat room?
Why didn't I write that she should have read?
Why didn't you? I didn't read any critiques you had of her.
Okay. Well, I do critique everybody. You just read the one about you.
I said I did not. I didn't say I did. I didn't say you didn't, but I said I did not.
Okay.
So what did you say about her?
I didn't say anything about her in today's chat.
There you go, ma'am. There you go. So again, the business owner, the professional, doing his level best to do something for her for free that she normally would have to pay for, that she could pay for, but chose not to. I told her to book a session. She still kept going. I had to cut her off. You critique me, but you have no critique for her. But now, even today, you can sit back, well, she could have did this, or she could have did this. This is what a lot of you women do with each other. You look for fault with what a man does, but you can't say, but you only when I have to pull it out of you are you finding fault with her.
But Mr. Samuel, I think you're generalizing things.
I'm not generalizing. I'm being very specific with you.
I know. You're also cutting me off anytime I'm trying to make a point, and you see I'm being quiet when you're talking.
All right.
But what I was just saying, that's the way, and it could be like you said, women give people the benefit of the doubt and all those things.
Women give women the benefit of the doubt.
But I also see a lot of comments in the chat and a lot of
I can't worry about the chat room, ma'am. I'm running the show. I can't worry about the chat room. I got a program.
Well, you worried about my comment, though.
Your comment is highlighted because you're a member of my show. I can see that because you've actually paid to have your comment highlighted. That's why your comment was there.
Okay.
So, where's your husband?
Actually, I called your show like a week ago. I told you I was divorced.
But,
actually, call it.
No offense. No, I need to. Let me make this. Let me make this. For public service announcement, we content creators sleep.
Yeah.
I can't know all the people, thousands of people that call my show. Remember all that stuff?
Yes, I know, Mr. Samuel.
So I still want to hear you give that woman some critique.
Okay, so my critique of her would be she needs to kind of pause when she's speaking and kind of think before she speaks, because she is kind of all over the place. She kind of rambles. She seemed kind of overly excited for your feedback and help, and maybe again pause with that. Also, reading the social context clues and realizing she did take up a lot of time. She did keep asking questions, and she wasn't getting the hint when you kept saying, "Hey, you're over talking me." Again, that means pausing. I think like thoughts kept popping in her head, and so she was so eager to like, "Hey, I got Mr. Samuels on the phone. I need all the help." Whatever.
Are you an only child?
No, I'm not the only child.
Okay. Do you know many only children?
I don't know the percentage.
Personally, do you have many friends that are only children?
Oh, do I know? No, I don't know a lot of people that are only children.
I am one, and I know lots. And that's part of the only child syndrome. That wasn't innocent what she was doing. It was manipulation.
Okay.
Again, I'm good at what I do. And if I say something, if you watch me, I find it interesting. You say that I'm being rude. Well, guess what? Let's just say I was rude. And okay, I was rude. Is that what? No, but you say she wasn't rude, but you were. The caller wasn't rude. Mr. Samuels was rude. That's what your comment said. I have a problem with that.
I've also made a lot of comments, and I've also
I'm gonna move on to the next one. If you like my work, then understand something. If you like what I do, understand something. You're lucky you get me, because what a lot of guys would love to tell you, women, when you act the way you do, even this challenging stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. That woman don't. If I wanted to say what I really wanted to say, she didn't pay me for my session. She called the show for free and took up an hour of my time and would have continued to take more. She was lucky that I didn't hang up on her. So I'll put it to you this. That's as nice as I'm going to say it. And I will tell you there's a reason that so many of our sisters are by themselves. You cannot take criticism. The truth is rude. The truth is negative. Who can criticize black women? Black men certainly cannot. Who can criticize you and not catch hell?
Are you saying I can't take criticism?
No, black women, all of you. Those black women. Who can criticize black women and not catch hell?
Is that the question posed to me, or are you just talking?
Yeah, I'm asking you who can criticize black women and not catch hell? Because apparently they know how to do it right. Who can do it?
I think everybody criticizes black women in general.
Okay, give me some specific people.
Let's see. You heard it's somebody I know or somebody famous. You can think about just the 50 Cent comment the other day. So
Hold on. 50 Cent comments, and 50 Cent can say what he says about black women, and he doesn't catch any backlash or hell from black women.
I said everybody criticizes black women.
No, ma'am. I asked a very specific question.
Who can criticize?
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody does.
Again,
I think everybody.
Okay, again, I've given you multiple times to answer, and you can say everybody, but you're not telling me who.
I think anytime somebody's criticized, people always.
All right. And how old are you?
35.
35. So you're familiar with Shahrazad Ali?
No, sir.
Go Google her. Shahrazad Ali wrote a book called The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. In 1989, She actually was one of the first black women that ever stood up and said, you know what? Black men have been put through the microscope and been analyzed and critiqued 20 ways of Sunday, but black women are the only group of people in this country who have never had our behavior analyzed or held to task. Black women in whole are above critique, above accountability. I asked you 5 times, who can criticize black women and not catch hell? And you cannot tell me one person, because you know, just like I know, anybody has anything to say about black women are going to catch hell. This is why you only get praise.
Black women get praise? Are you serious?
Okay, I'm gonna get to the next. I'm gonna get to the next. I'm not gonna keep doing this. I'm not gonna keep doing. I'm not playing back and forth with you. I mean, I live in this world just like you do. Black women and black women.
That's the thing. A lot of things you say.
I'm not doing the gaslighting thing. I'm not doing the gaslighting thing. If you live in the world of sunshine and daffodils and fairy tales, cool.
That call was a perfect example of what Kevin always warned us about. Sisters have been conditioned to believe they're above critique while every other group gets dragged daily. She came in smiling, calling herself a fan, but the second Kevin asked her the simple question, who can criticize our sis without catching hell? She danced around it 5 times because deep down she already knew the answer. Nobody. Men, this is why boundaries and frame are everything. You can't build with someone who treats accountability like an insult. Ladies, if you're tired of hearing you're single because of your attitude, stop proving the point every time someone holds up the mirror. Real femininity isn't fragility. It's the ability to hear hard truth, own your part, and level up instead of getting defensive. Smash the like, let me know in the comments if you think black women can actually handle real criticism in 2025. And most importantly, go show love to Kevin Samuels' original channel. They're still dropping the uncut truth daily. Masculine Academy, we out.